I wrote this song for my dad about a year and a half or something ago, and I'd written it in like a folk song style because he was into folk music, and I did manage to, I just sang it to him once, to him and my mum when they were in the living room about 5 months before he was diagnosed. So I thought I'd do it and record it as it's his birthday today. It's called the Daddy Song. It started back in 71 when he wedded his good wife. It started something quite immense that really changed his life. 3 years went by in couple bliss, he thought it was okay, till one day she came with happy news, this jock's still there today. 9 months went by quite quickly since he got her up the duff. To get his head around the change, the time was not enough. Mum promised him that she'd give birth to an Alsatian pup, but out I popped instead, poor sod, no wonder he needs to sup. So it's a song for the daddy, to try to make amends for all our wild and crazy ways we drove him round the bend. For every grey hair on his head there's a story there to tell, about me, your brother Matt, and how we've driven him through hell. The time did pass in quite a daze, the shock did not abate. 4 years went by and soon he would not be just daughter Kate. More happy news did come along, he was right to have some qualms, 'cause again no German shepherd, just a Matthew in his arms. Lots of chaos did ensue for many, many years. Our various childhood antics often drove him near to tears. Luckily the pub lurked round the bend to soothe some of the pain, so with an ale in hand he found the strength to carry on again. So it's a song for the daddy, to try to make amends for all our wild and crazy ways we drove him round the bend. For every grey hair on his head there's a story there to tell, about me, your brother Matt, and how we've driven him through hell. I will not even touch upon the joy of teenage years. Suffice to say they did live up to every parent's fears, but courageously he stayed afloat, though through hormonal tidal waves that would have sent some lesser men out seeking their own early graves. I'd like to say the stress did ease as we entered adult years, but truth to tell it didn't, we awakened other fears. With motorbikes and travel trips he thought he may well lose his few remaining marbles if it wasn't for the booze. But his kids are now grown up and he can finally relax. After all, we're round the 40 mark, so no worries at last. Son Matt's about to quit his job, extreme sports they bring more smiles, and I'm off to Sri Lanka to wild camp with crocodiles. So it's a song for the daddy, to thank him sincerely for being great for all these years and putting up with me and my brother. His children's paths have not been straight, more like a twisting river, but we couldn't love him more and we apologised to his liver. I'd added a verse. But now today our daddy's gone and it truly feels like shit. Oh dear, I didn't think I'd break up, sorry. Our hearts weren't really ready for taking such a hit. I suggest he makes the most of it, the peace that he's now in, 'cause when we die we'll find him shouting, let the fun begin. So it's a song for the daddy, to love him sincerely, to make amends for all the years, and da-da-da-da-da. I don't know what I'm singing, but I'll finish it anyway, because I love my dad and that feeling will never go away. Thank you.